Hi there, welcome to my YouTube subscribers and viewers. What a joy to be in touch with you once again. My name is Dr. Philip O'Connor. I'm so delighted to share in this session with you. In the previous session, I talked about setting your destination before you start the journey, or as Dr. Stephen Covey in 7 Habits of Highly Effective People puts it, to begin with the end in mind. In other words, have a goal, a vision, a purpose of where you want to be, then back up and now start to live out the plans that you have made, the purpose, and being careful not to be detoured by anything or anyone. Okay, so it goes back to what I've been talking about, watching your associations, for birds of a feather flock together. An evil association corrupts good morals, and show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. So I'm talking about encouraging my young people. The purpose of this channel is to motivate, inspire, to challenge and to encourage people across the nations of the world. And if you find any of my playlists inspiring, encouraging, relevant, useful, and applicable to your life, then of course feel free to tune in and share, like, subscribe, and leave a comment on this channel. So I did mention that I did write an article for the magazine of my institution, and I'm going through a few bits here that I think are useful, a few points that I put down here for my young people. So this is for my wise sayings playlist and my young people who are joining us today. Now, what I want to talk to you about today is that you should never look down on yourself. Never look down on yourself. Be confident. The highest fences we need to climb are those we have built within our minds. That's a wise saying. I don't know where that one came from, but let's just repeat. The highest fences we need to climb are those we have built within our minds. You can and will succeed in life regardless of your past, your background, or anything else. Believe in yourself and go for it and achieve great things. That's another point I included in my article after I finished my doctorate some years ago, in an encouragement to my young people. Listen to me. I'm just giving you some wise words to encourage you. Never look down on yourself. Now, I do understand, we have all been there. Some of us may have been bullied. Some of us may have been spoken down at. No doubt there are people in our lives who should have been there to nurture and to uplift and to inspire, to encourage, to mentor, and perhaps that did not happen for you. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. But I think there comes a time in life, and I keep saying this, like a cliche, but I believe that there's a time in life when we say that was then, this is now. I believe that there's a time when we grieve and we go through all the processes of grieving, if that's necessary. Okay, from the denial, the anger, and all the other stages, the disbelief, the sense of numbness, and all of that we go through. But there comes a time of closure. Closure. You say that was then, this is now. It's now my responsibility. My life is now my responsibility. My responsibility. What do I do with today and the rest of my life, in spite of all that has transpired, So, the point I'm making, never you look down on yourself. I don't care what you've gone through. And I don't care who have said what to you. You may have done an exam and you didn't get the best grade. Well, at some point you grieve a bit, yes, but you ask for help. You may have to go back to your teachers, your lecturers, your supervisor, and you will have to find out where did you go wrong. You may have to really pay special attention to the comments. I find that some students in college, universities, or secondary school, when you do an essay or a paper and you mark it, you grade it, and you give your comment, some people just go straight for the for the grades. Excuse me, just straight for the grades. But you need to pay special attention to the comments. Okay, you need to look at the comments and you need to make sure that you read these constructive comments. If you have to give a feedback, I know some institutions have to put the teachers mark in red and the students have to put a comment or a feedback in green. Okay, what will you now do as a result of the comments that you have gotten? How will you take them on board to improve your next piece of work? Or if it's a case where you have to revise that piece of work and to resubmit it. Okay, so you want to be very mindful of that you have to learn to look not just on the grade, but to go through that piece of work, the body of the text, and to see if you need to work on your grammar, your structure, your punctuation, maybe working on your sentences to make sure that they make sense. For some of you, it's just to make sure your chain of thought, that thread that runs through the whole body of your text. For example, if you're doing an extended piece of writing, for example, an action research study you're writing up, or you're doing a thesis, or you're doing a doctoral degree, or whatever the case may be, where you have to have that chain of thought, okay, that runs right through the entire body of work, however long it is. And you really have to concentrate and stick to it. But the important thing is believe in yourself. Seek help if you need that. And never ever you look down on yourself. Don't despise the days of small beginnings. Many of us, like myself, we have started from a very low place. Okay, maybe economically our parents have done the best with what they had at the time. And we have to really, as they would say, take yourself up by your bootstrap and really make grave sacrifices, okay, to achieve the things that you have achieved in life. You have to work hard, you have to stoop to conquer. Sometimes you have to take on menial tasks, and you have to work hard balancing work with study, with your domestic chores and all other aspects of life, organizing yourself, making sacrifices, because that's what success is all about. It is about making the necessary sacrifice in order to reach where you are going in life. So, never ever you despise the day of small beginnings, and never ever you look down on yourself. You are worthy. You are worth it. You understand me? And you have something to say, you have something to give. You have a contribution to make to humanity in some sphere of life. So never you look down on yourself, and even if other people may look down on you for whatever reason and feel that you are no good, prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. You should not really be aiming for success just to prove people wrong. That's just the byproduct of it. Because if you're successful, then your naysayers and your enemies will hear about it and read about your success. I think it was Frank Sinatra or someone who says that the sweetest revenge is massive success. Don't look down on yourself. People don't believe in you. People say all kind of evil things about you. You stand up to the bullies, you stand up to the naysayers, you stand up to those who don't believe in the power of your dreams, and you say, tell you what, I am not sneered by your words, I'm sneered by the words of my own mouth. And I will fail when I start to speak against myself, but when you speak against me, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter, because the important thing is not what you think about me or what you says about me, but is what I think about myself. And if I am confident within myself, not conceited, but confident, that I can do great and wonderful things and be successful as you are, then I tell you the truth and I promise you faithfully that you will succeed, because that's what you believe in your heart, and what you believe and what you speak and what you work towards diligently will inevitably come to pass. So, as I wrap this up, never look down on yourself. And as the saying goes, the highest fences we need to climb are those we have built within our minds. In other words, it is not the words of others that snare you, it is those barriers. When Bob Marley sings about emancipate yourself from mental slavery, none but ourselves can free our mind. You know, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. You know that song, you know it, the redemption song. Free your minds. Emancipate yourself from the shackles of others' opinion. Emancipate yourself from all the shackles of who says you can't make it, and you will never amount to anything. Away with that foolishness. And stand up for yourself. And the sweetest revenge is massive success. And every single person, my young people, who have looked you in the face and tell you will amount to nothing in life and that you cannot be successful, I want you to prove them wrong. I want you to settle down this year. I want you to start working very hard, purposefully and passionately. And trust me, a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when you have reached the pinnacle of success, the epitome of high aspiration and achievement, and your naysayers look at you, they're the ones who will be embarrassed. You hear what I'm saying to you? So these are my words to you today. And the wise saying of the day is, the highest fences we need to climb are those we have built within our minds. Rip down those barriers, rip down those fences, and have an I-can-do approach to life. And it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter who you are, the color of your skin, it doesn't matter. You believe in yourself and set out and put in the work. You've got to put the work in. You understand me? Stop the foolishness about life is boring, school boring, this boring. That's rubbish. Life is what you make it. And if you have a goal, a purpose, and a passion, and really want to achieve something, and you set yourself to do it, nobody can hold you back. Only you can hold back yourself. Thank you for joining today. My name is Philip O'Connor. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a positive comment as I seek to motivate, to inspire, to challenge, and to encourage. Thanks for joining.